What's going on, everybody? Hanging out in Greenwood. Figured I'd get a little work done in advance of the Financial Districts DLC. And I don't know if it's a good idea or a terrible idea. Do you want that mouse or real mouse? I don't know if it's a good idea or a terrible idea. It's probably a terrible idea. But Financial Districts is coming out next week. So I thought, why not model Greenwood's Financial District, and I'll show you what else I've been doing in the background, but why not model that after Boston's Financial District and do a big dig along the way. If you don't know the Big Dig, you should look it up after. It's like one of the most, it was like one of the biggest infrastructure projects that went like record-breaking overboard on budget. Basically took the 93 highway and tunneled it under the city so that they could make better use of the space above. You'd think for pedestrians, but just for more cars. But anyways, it's an interesting part of town. There's no straight roads. So maybe we can get a little bit inspired by it and borrow some from it. A tunnel, a highway over there. I'll show you again what I've been up to. Actually, I think the day-night cycle is on, which is not often a thing on my builds. So maybe we just enjoy that for a minute. And what's everybody playing? What's everybody working on? Is anybody excited for Financial Districts other than me? I just want to borrow money and run really inefficient cities and steal money from the stocks. That's the thing that I want to do most of all. I think it's going to work really well with the skyscrapers too. I'm kind of surprised those two didn't get released in unison. But what do you know? Okay. Let me see. Music-wise, I got Paradise Radio on in the background. Let me know. Should be able to hear it, but not be overbearing. This has been a fun build so far. This was it's a very futuristic inspiration. It's actually based off of, what would you call it? A theoretical design of a futuristic city, self-sustaining. But I figured we'd make lots of green cities and take almost exclusive wall-to-wall. But we're going to make some different things on a new island, change things up here and there. I have been sticking to that formula. Let's get out of here. And this has seen a little work. I've rebuilt this, but it still doesn't have garbage coverage. We moved the power plant out of here. This is going to get done soon. And I've moved more people in what was an office park before here. So basically here, let me show you the island and how things have been shimmying around a little bit before it turns completely dark. So residents, one strip of office kind of in the middle and on the main street here, mostly residents, Hadron Collider there. I basically want to make this the residential island and then have different pockets. It's wall to wall everywhere. Right, and I'm just basically zoning up as I need into some of these the spaces that we have access to inside of this beltway. But we've got the 3x3 square because I wanted to bring highway over here, but now that I'm thinking about the tunnel, I started working on this. Do we tunnel it, or do we bring it over this way and then tunnel it under the city and have an exit? Probably. Well, there'd be one here. We could get one centrally and then one over here on, what do we call this? Probably the east side. The west side. I got my orientation backwards here because of how I name things, but obviously if the sun's setting over there in theory, and this city is in this universe, then that would be the west. So I wanted to make use over here. And there's a straight shot, is that a straight shot rail? It's a straight shot tram. So maybe we don't do tram over here. Maybe we do something totally different. What have we done so far? This is all tram, and then I've got supporting before the sun sets. I've got some supporting tunnels through here. Can we see just metro routes? Right? Wouldn't that be easier? So basically, there's a central station here in Butler Park. And you can ride from southwest diagonally across to Hemlock Heights, stopping a few times through here on the way, or diagonally across, again, looping all the way around to Hemlock Heights. Fire over there, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. I'm sure it's no big deal. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Did I set this up? I did.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay. Things are gonna be okay.
So, they put it out already. It's no big deal. We changed it up from Will Smith a little bit. Okay, the perfect time to be flying around cinematic camera, not this nonsense. But thank you for tuning in. Casino, Amanda C, Gasoline Addicts, J Money, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you. And of course, any of you that tune in tomorrow or next week. Again, next Tuesday is Financial District's new map pack, African Vibes Radio. I'm gonna be playing it all. So tune in, check it out. I think this has a good vibe, this city, but it needs some character. It needs some diagonal roads here and there. There's too many straight shots. But it is meant to be very boxy and futuristic and as little cars as possible, which, as you can see in these cinematics, the town is functioning just fine, and it's basically inside the city only cop cars, ambulance, hearse, garbage, fire. But we also have helicopters for police and fire, so doing pretty good. Try, like, look, how many cars do you see in a functioning city with no complaints? I see zero right now. I see nothing but trams and pedestrians in that shot. Okay, this is a different island. This is different. We haven't done the full treatment over here, but that main island is doing pretty good. Garbage doesn't get collected at the main building. It still builds up at the buildings, right? And you will still see them driving through depending on where the routes are, basically. But I've actually, let me show you. Change this up a little bit. Flowing along beautifully. It's such a simple, stupid, gigantic diamond interchange, right? And it can really break if you're not doing the things that I'm doing, which is like really forcing people to bike and tram and just not be in a car. Like, that's just too straight of a shot, but whatever. Right, so this comes into here, and basically it splits four-way right here, the residential area. I know it's a little off center, but it basically splits four-way, and I've got facilities here covering all those pedestrian zones. We'll come back to that in a minute. More city at night. See, there's a garbage truck. Proving my point right there. It does have to, drives around. That's not a pedestrian area, mouse. I don't know how the game works, Casino. My tutorials are expired at this point. I'm learning from the Discords. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know so yeah, financial districts. Let me pull this up. Hold on a second. I just gotta get inspired by a quick map here. Here's the Wikipedia. Financial district is downtown, specifically Boston. Financial district is downtown business nerve center, crowded with stately banks, high-rise offices, and sleek condos. Post Office Square, some parks, eateries. So we could do the nightlife over there. We could do the new financial district over there. Let's find a place for the gigantic stock building, the stock market. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to do. But yeah, I want to model it a little bit after financial district in Boston, which is kind of tucked away east side of the city, basically, right on the water, and right near like. There's a lot of tourist stuff over there. Like it's right in the north end, basically. It's not far from Boston Common. There should be a giant park nearby. There's I guess it's a little far away from the garden. Never mind. But what's right there? Oh, the aquarium. We should tuck the aquarium over there too, I think. So it'll be like an entertainment district, right? Something like that. We'll mix a couple things over there. But I want to, again, just borrow a little bit from that. So it's going to be a little crazy. And have a highway dug underneath it, because that is Boston. Again, check out The Big Dig on Wikipedia, or actually I'm positive there's a really good documentary on it on YouTube. but it, yeah, went way over budget. What a mess. And only a couple people have died to falling ceiling tiles. Seriously, it's more than one in separate incidents. But it's fine. Come to Boston. Come check out the town. New to PC Cities. Had the console version for a few years and looking forward to the world of mods. Absolutely. It is a lot of fun. Hey, use cloud saves. Save new copies of your city all the time. And only use mods that you really need and make sure they're ones that are up to date. And if they're popular with the community, other people will pick them up if the original writer does not. That happens. But that's my advice to you, right? Is save often and save multiple copies, because you'll break something bad messing around with all those mods. It's tons of fun until something goes sideways. So good to have backups. We only have so many spaces. That's super frustrating how few save slots you have on console. I don't know if anyone's like me, but you know, I like to have backups, but I have so many seasons on Xbox that I ran out of space. I should open up. I should just start it on a second account now. Probably unlock all the new all the uniques again for the first time. Some of those are excruciating though. Traffic mods are a huge step up, but like look at this place. Like, you can make it work even before the pedestrian areas. You absolutely can make it work. You just have to do some things that are unrealistic. You want to make it look like New York City, for example. You can build New York City. In fact, there's a Big Apple map, I think, which is basically Manhattan Island on one of the map packs. But, or maybe it was one of the DLCs. I don't know. But anyways, you can build something like that. New York doesn't handle the traffic that well itself, but if you build something, you know, gritty and ill-considered like a Manhattan in cities with no traffic mods, rip. Everybody's just the buildings are gonna burn down, businesses are gonna go out, like it's just gonna shut down. You really need to do certain things, and certainly to do things realistic. You need mods to just change up the game. Realistic population, traffic mods, tons of fun. And of course, the appearance can be just unbelievably different. So, right behind the scenes, if you ever watched my Let's Plays, I like to start and end episodes with cinematics. I basically just do this for a very long time until I get a handful of good ones. That one would probably go, for sure. I think that one would go in an intro or outro sequence, right? But you just let it play forever until you find good stuff. Like, this just makes me think I need to fill in that yard back there with something. It's too empty. I think it's over in the Whale, and that's too bright. That's too, like, I like the Bluestone, but I did this to be different in this part of town, so I don't know. There's a lot of little things that I've never been in a creative building. I always like to break stuff, to unlock a bunch of money and then roll it back and bulldoze it, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not, as proven on live streams before. When the bulldozer brush first came out, that was a mess. Decoy, Angry Drunken German, Scott, thank you all, by the way. Fat Mike, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Okay, so financial district. I think we got to come up with something. Okay, I've complained about this before. I'm going to complain about it one more time. Why? Like, this is a great reason for a mod. Network skins, I believe, or network extensions. I forget. I mean, I'm getting them mixed up, and they may not be compatible with each other anymore. Casino, you probably know. But there's a mod to change the lights, the color, like how abrupt. Highway and street being different is fine. You can see actually a big brightness difference in the south of this island, where the green cities are, right? Green cities residential versus the light of the office park up here. And of course the stadium. And then where did I have over here, right? This is totally different because of how bright those roads are at night. That's a huge difference. That's almost really jarring. That might look better on a new desert map coming out next week. So yeah, check out on Tuesday. I'm trying to go live again with the new stuff. So yeah, just a lot of different things happening here. You know, it's so far so good. I'm enjoying Greenwood, but I'm having to tweak a lot of stuff in the background. Okay, sorry. Work message. Sorry. Okay. Good. Sorry about that, everybody. I mean, I don't usually work off hours, but like once in a while stuff comes up for customers, so always good to double check. Wish you could change the lights in base game. Yeah, absolutely. That would be such a sweet give us more roads with white and yellow lights. Just give us an extra road. I don't even need it to be like a mod where I swap it. I can swap roads. Why can't I swap? Give me a 4-lane road and a 4-lane road with regular lights that aren't so yellow and burnt out and 70s. Like, it's a futuristic city. Do I have to use the 6-lane roads to get, like, I can't use old incandescent bulbs. That's not energy efficient and good for the environment. That's what we're going for here. So maybe everything has to be sandstone white like that. New LUTs. Can we talk about new LUTs? I don't know if anyone saw the stream today. So LUTs is basically a way to change the colors in your map. Like it's like changing the saturation, giving it different tones. If you have a favorite creator on YouTube, then you've probably seen their PC cities look a little different from one another. And that most of that, honestly, is LUTs. It's the color table. It's how green is the grass. What color is the sky? And it really does change the feel. So there's 5 new LUTs coming. And I think that's free update. I don't know if I'm mixing that up. I'm pretty sure that's free update. So next week, you're going to be able to change, even on console, the look of your cities a fair amount. There's a good amount of variation in those 5 LUTs. All right, have we flown around cinematic camera enough? It's still nighttime. Like I like to see it at night more than anything. We'll wait till sunrise. We'll just jam out here. A lot of cars on the road there. I should switch that up. Look at all the pedestrians over there, though. It's so great. This city has definitely had some traffic issues while it was growing. But we're getting to that point where we've eliminated so much of it that it's getting pretty easy. It's getting pretty easy to manage most parts of the city. I think 2 things we need to think about in every zone, for this build at least, is a good tram network to get people around that area, and then good metro coverage to get you from far corners of that area back into a central station to the other islands on minimal trips, minimal switches if possible. And I've got high capacity metro running. We should probably take a look at that too, because that's actually a big development that changed. Follow taxi around the city instead. That's actually a pretty cool idea. So yeah, man, look, that is my busiest station. That's the one that's the central intersection there off the highway and the main island, and that is where a tram, I think, so that's where all 4 tram lines meet within a block of one another that cover that island, and then that metro station has diagonal routes again out to the other zones. We're gonna have to rethink and extend to the new financial district soon. We're gonna build that first. Sunrise, is this sun coming up? I think that it is. Central Park is in. I've moved that. I think it was sitting off to the side of the map for a while. Yeah, we get the sun going. So I would consider like breaking corners of the island and rebuilding it later on. Things you can fix with Move It. It's just some crookedness and some parts of the key wall that don't line up, and I can't close a corner. Get your sunglasses, everybody. Oh, that's a crooked bridge right there. Oh, you look at it straight on. I didn't even notice, but it looks crooked to me. It could be that, you know what it is? It bends up and sideways. It just looks like there's a bunch of bends there. Kung, what's up? Lurk away. Enjoy the lurk. Keep the traffic so you can cash in the market next week. Yeah, I mean, there's other ways you can do it. There's absolutely other ways you can do it, though. Basically, any service that you can invest in, like, you can cause all kinds of problems, and you can do it by negatively impacting your budget. So like you reduce your budget and all of a sudden your service is garbage, so the stock price tanks, so you buy it at a low cost before you increase the budget and knock up the stock so you can sell it off. You can game this. It is totally a mini game within the game. And you can, once you know the system, you can break it. We'll test out all the ways that you can break it for sure. Yeah, right? I'm glad you're calling that out, AC. Kung shows up. Actually, we should check. Is anything on fire right now? We're good? Gotta finish this casino island. If you haven't seen it, check this out. I do really like this, so we'll do a walk up in the morning. Usually be leaving the casino first thing in the morning. This is not actually connected right now. That's problematic. So we'll fix that. But no one's coming out here because there's no lines anyways. But basically, you come up here, and yeah, this walk up right here, this worked out so well because we were able to get a path through here. This is in the map, this Stonehenge thing. Just kind of works just the right distance for a path to come through up to the casino. Best not to investigate the textures at that close of a level, though. This needs to be connected. While we're here, that's a really quick fix that we should do while we're here. What is it? It's the amusement park path. That makes sense. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so when we hook up that ferry, that will be one of the routes over there. So over here is where I'm thinking for financial district. It's a good sized pocket. We do have rail access, so that's something that we actually might use to get around the four corners of the map as well. Give people more reasons not to take a car. Power problems on the edge of the grid. It's got to be budget. I'm guessing. Hold on. It's got to be budget. Yeah, we're in the yellow, and we are at 80%. So let's go up to 90. That should be enough of a bump to keep us going for a little bit, right? You would think. 3 times. We're in the green. It's good enough for now. We'll have to probably bump it up before we get out of here. Casino Island, a park, and charge people to walk. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, side diversion before we work on can we get a gate up here too? Do we get a gate both ways? I might have to break something here. Okay, either way, what do we have to do first? This is a great idea. So it is it's a pedestrian area up here. So it doesn't need to be a pedestrian area down here. That's fine. That's fine. So can it still be serviced because the road is, like, technically that's fine, right? That way there's no cars up here when I eventually tunnel into it. I think we're gonna have to tunnel for unless I put a incinerator out here, but I don't want to do that. Right? There's no other way. Can we get garbage service on barge, please? Okay, so we've got our park area. Enjoy the wonderful park, everybody. AC, you this is your call, so hit me up with the park name in the chat, because this is a fantastic idea. Did we paint it all the way down here? Let's just be safe. Okay, so City Park has the nice little small side gates. I think that's our best bet. Yeah, it's totally the best bet. So not that we need the main gate, I should say, first. So do we change this path now because it's... I wanted it to have kind of a red carpet feel. You can see it does animate these a little bit different when you don't have the path through there. For whatever reason, it takes those top bars off. But it doesn't delete the rest, so that's okay. Where am I going? I want to go over to landscaping for a minute here. This is... Oh, snapping's on. We want snapping off for this. For the initial path. Hold on. We're going to come right through there. we'll go straight with this shot. Let's see. Okay, so that only deletes a little bit. Like, it's not terrible, right? That works. Can we delete that, this brush here? Do we have to, like, if we have a landscaping, like a vegetation out, can I get rid of, did I put that in there? I can't get rid of those? Why can I not get rid of those? If I do a much smaller shrub, is there something tiny? Do I not want, it's like it's a prop, not a, why can I not delete this? Seriously? That just bothered me a little bit with the grass coming up there. Do I have to go into the path to, oh, because I'm in a tree. Oh my god. So let's see if we can we get in here to delete that? If I have other vegetation out, it should let me select vegetation, right? Like, what am I deleting here? I'm deleting all that stuff. Can I just delete? Okay, space area occupied. Let me delete what's there, right? Wait a minute. Yes. Okay, finally. I don't know why it wouldn't let me highlight those before. Hey, can I say that I've run into more glitches in this game in the last two, like since Parks and Plazas, I've run into more glitches in this game than I have in my entire time playing the game. I want to say, I'm pretty sure. Where did I have the path like right here before? I don't want to take any of that stuff out. Did I must have freeformed this last time. I think, because look, I had these trees here. I must have placed them exactly there for a reason. Right? How straight of a shot is this? So out to like here, and then curve it. And that should only break. That's not terrible. That's pretty terrible. Never mind. Forget those trees. Those trees are not a good gauge apparently. Let's just go. Let's go right here. Remember when I was going to build a financial district? Okay. So we should be able to rethink this now. But I'm doing the red road. Okay. I forgot we wanted to match up with the park path that's down below. That blends better at the end too, right? Just the regular path. Like I could do the one with the sideline, but is that going to bother anybody? It's probably going to bother people. It's kind of bothering me already. How does this look? I didn't have to delete that one. I could have upgraded that road. I forgot about that. That's noobish. Okay. So this way, Mike will hook down. I guess I could smooth this out just a little bit. This is the fix it later for this island. We already, let's be honest, I already half-assed it once. Okay. So if we come up, do we three-way switch back? Do we come up and immediately kind of come up this way? Right, and then we'll grab this spot, flatten just a little bit right there before we go back up here. Not too steep. Let's see. It is steep. It's a long walk up there. Enjoy the park because you're paying for it. Okay, let's wrap this up there. I have snapping off, which I actually think is a good thing for this because we can really kind of work with the terrain we just made here. I think we can make this look a little bit natural. But let's see. And maybe we could, like, you know, flatten out a spot here or there. Raise the terrain up here a little bit. Have a little something. Have some street entertainment or something. I don't know. Opportunities to stop and spend money in the park that we already charged you for. Okay, so I don't like the way that that connects. And because it makes those lines when it bends and funny. Okay, you know what? Hold on. It's because I'm curving it too much, probably. What if we come out more? So we can just do this in a smoother shot, at least. Yeah, that's better. So we've got that one little spot there. The benches, though, huh? The benches are silly. Put a gazebo break? Okay. Okay, maybe we mess around with the terrain a little bit here, because those benches, upon closer examination, are really bad. We want to grab the higher terrain up here. Is the road still floating? Okay. I wonder if upgrading the road wouldn't change that, right? Is that any better? Like, is this gonna bother people? Do I not worry about this because we're not walking this on foot? I mean, we'll walk it once, but I mean, look at that. Oh. I need those benches. Honestly, I just need to be able to delete those benches. Do the other paths have benches? They probably do, right? If they don't, maybe we just deal with the shift of the pavement types. Upgrade. They don't have benches. Do we like that one? That's a bike path. What is this one? That has benches. This one does have benches. The nature path does not. I don't feel like that's much of a casino walk up though. Not that this is great. Wow, that's bad actually. Right, this, yeah, that'll trip and hurt you. That wasn't like that before, was it? Is that because I messed with the terrain there? Probably. Wow. Okay, we'll get there. Okay. I mean, most park paths have benches, but most park paths benches aren't floating in the air like that, though. That's the thing. I don't know what parks you go to. I don't know once you got up in Canada up there. You know, on a flyby, it's going to be fine. Okay. How much did that change? Like, I enjoy the walk-up, but we could decorate it with maybe some shrubberies. Which, if we put occasionally, then we should be able to deal with the terrain height issues there. Cable car may not be a bad option to bring people over here, too. That might be kind of cool, just as an exception. Okay, so... You know what's awesome? If I put the gate up on the other side, too. Before I did all this shenanigans. Somebody? Did anybody catch that? Cannot be placed on this road. So, does anybody know? Do they get charged for going into the park, or do they get charged through walking in the gate? So if I don't have a gate on this side and they walk through, do they not generate money? I mean, we don't even have this thing connected, so nobody's coming here yet. But I also don't have this connected to any cars, and I could just Old Town it, so... Like, we're not going to get any car traffic over here. It should be fine. We can change this later. Because I think the better idea, the more important thing is... Where are we at? Not there. Over here. Let's get this... Let's get this set up. It'd be nice if we could nudge that off the grid. Casino sent a video or posted a video about a little trick you can do there. I don't know if I have the patience for it right now. It's not bad for lining up a building. I don't know. Like, I think I'm just going to get this path in here at this point. We want... The easier way to get there is landscaping. And then can we connect that without breaking too much? Yeah. We could bring this through and then hook it over past here. Can we just come out just a little bit? Is that too much? To line up with the... Yeah. I wish we could just move all this stuff over. Can I decorate with these pillars? Am I wasting my time? And I could probably just put these rocks back, right? It's just, there's something about using the terrain that was here, though. Like, that was here. These are ruins that were here. We're trying not to desecrate the ground for the casino here. But meanwhile, we will desecrate your pockets. So over here, park areas, right? The easiest way, probably. Just inspect on it. Woo, crank that all the way up. How high does this go? Stand back. I don't know how big this gets. 20. Policies. Advertise the park throughout the city to have more visitors. 20% more visitors to the park. What are they doing at the park when they get here? They're going to gamble, right? Maybe we don't do that. We could always look at that later. Recycle garbage. Nature reserve buildings have a separate... For nature reserve buildings, we don't care about that. Okay. We do care about making people visit Money Road, though. Welcome to Money Road. Okay, we should probably get this thing hooked up on principle right now. So we are totally diverging our path. We're gonna at least think about in the background the financial district. All right, that's that's how you can contribute. Just think financial district vibes. We'll get there. At least Greenwood is honest. I'm not a very ethical mayor when it comes to AI. And I don't know if anyone saw, there's a new chat bot that's, revolutionary AI. And somebody asked it a specific question about humans, and it basically said they should be exterminated. So they might need to work on that just a little bit before they let it handle certain tasks. The funny thing was the site, the manufacturer's site, right, where they posed that question, there was an automated content bot that was like, this is potentially offensive and against our terms of service. And it's the other AI that wrote it. Like, you got some work to do. Hi, whoever wrote the auto mod for your forum, like, that is probably who should be writing the AI for your robot so it doesn't murder all of humanity. In the meantime, though, AI Sims, pay up. Okay, ferries. Over here. So we're just gonna do like a small stop at a couple places. We can't snap this on where I have road all the way up to the end, right? So that's problematic on this island's design. Does this have road? Is that what that is? Okay, it has road. So, where on earth can we hook that in? How do we do this? Do we tunnel? I think we might come up with a clever little tunnel here. So this is let's sidetrack one more time. Let's look at the metro lines just real quick, right? So what's going on here? There's a ton, actually. A ton of people. So this green line right here, right? It's going to run diagonally through the center of the city. Right, so it's going to go this way. It comes to this district and this district. So we're just moving people around wherever they might want to go. And that becomes the central stop, right, for all the residents. Because remember, this is where everybody lives. Everybody lives right there. And eventually they're going to live right there. We're slowly moving the offices elsewhere to make this the residential, which is why it's so important to move people around this island and then move them right as a hub away from here. And that's what's letting us have basically no traffic. But look at this line. What's going on here? There's 2,000 people at this stop, which is that central hub. Like, this is just insanely busy. Everybody wants to use this as their first jump off point away from here. For whatever reason, right? They really gravitate to metro over tram. And this is, again, all residents right here. So it's mostly central. If it was over here, I think it would be even more stressed out. You know, in a perfect world, if we want to build a symmetrical build, we would have thought about that ahead of time. But I'm okay with a little bit of the asymmetry, and we're going to actually cut it up a little bit more than it already is. But yeah, this one, so this is very important, right? We got to think about the metros. So since people love the metro, where can we tuck a couple ferry stops in near the metros? And I would like to do something over here, but I don't want to have to completely delete this side of the island and start over to try and cut that road through. So what if we did this? Let's give ourselves a little shelf here to work with. I think we can do this. Okay. Let's grab a height. A little bit there. And we want just a little bit down from that. I mean, I guess I could just hook them up right here. That would be fine. So let's come down at least there. We'll level out a bit of this. Just enough to see where a road... How thick is that road? Right, so it's just a 2-lane. So what if we had a road connecting from here? We want to smooth this out a little bit first. Okay. So we'll even this out. We'll make it look like a bit of a mess here. We're gonna build a little jut out for the ferry to sit on. And then we want to slope up to here, basically. So what if we drag this over a little bit? Okay, and then slope up to there. That should work. You'll see what I'm thinking in a second. Because if we hook a road up now, freeform from here is going to be easier. Can we get over this? Do we have to break this? So what if we do that? We'll take it out more and then we'll cut it back. I think we got this. I'm confident. I'm confident that this might look good in the end, but we'll see. I guess I could have used a bigger brush for now. Mess up the water a little bit. I think that ferry's going to be really high, isn't it? Unless we make this a smoother slope down. So that might work. Let's see. How perfect do we want this? It is like a sharp rectangle of an island. Shipping, ferry, small stop. I saw a car do a U-turn there. So what if it was something like that? We may be able to put some rocks back there. We might want to take this out a little bit. And then maybe slope from there. It might be a little steep, but... I think that will work. We still got day-night on. I forgot about that. Everybody okay with that? I know it's a lot easier to follow in the videos when I'm doing builds, but... Is that... I think we kind of need to see this. As beautiful as it does look. Oh, that sunset. And that highway going off into the mountains. Look at that. Options, get your sunglasses. And of course it's in the shade. So I mean that's a little bit, it's a high jump, but it's a little more realistic. So do we cut this back or do we leave that? I'm not 100% how I feel about that. Hey, Apple. Apple wasn't feeling great. Apple had a headache, so instead of Halo, I decided to go live on Cities on Greenwood. Do we cut? I think we cut this back. Let's see. Let's try. Let's see what this looks like if we cut this edge and if we put the wall right. Okay, hold on 1 second. Downtown? How's the levels? Did anybody having a problem with the levels? I know I have a tendency to run the music hot, so sometimes I overcompensate and lower it. I'm gonna go to negative 20 dB setting in Elgato. And then back into landscaping. We just need a little bit of a mood change here. I have been listening to a ton of post-rock because of Halo. The menu and the menu music in Halo is really good post-rock. That might be a little rough. We'll try and minimize that stuff coming over the top, but I also want to maintain a little bit of distance. I guess it's the distance that's throwing us off there, huh? If I can get that right up against the road, I think it's the better option. As long as we don't overshoot it and hook back in too much, because that's what is when you bend in at all that way is when we had that problem right there. Because I think can we go a little bit further in the distance? Is that as close as we're gonna get? Right there. That's not terrible. And then do we change this here? So let's consider this. Maybe we shouldn't have done that, deleted that part. Let's do a straight shot and see. Oh, let's put snapping and straight. That. Oh, and road guidelines. This should and straight. This should, I think, come over here, and we can maybe think about connecting something crazy here, right on top of as close we can to the other one. Let's see. So that thinks it's in at that snap, it's in the building. How about this snap? What is that going to do? I mean, it's kind of a safety wall, right? Like, we don't want you driving off into the ocean. It's not horrible. It's terrible. Like, is that better? That's better. What we should do is probably like break a rock out or something, right? Where are those? Right there. I was on the tab as I was saying it. Those are the big ones. Where are like the medium? That's not medium. That's a little bit more. You know, if we get something like that, a little anarchy, that would be perfect. Okay, we'll do that later. We gotta hook this thing up. We gotta get it power. Natural disasters? Is that stuff here? No. Don't go to natural disasters, mouse. Where it's got to be under emergency services, natural disasters, and we want to spread the power. And hopefully that's in the bubble. It is. Okay. Water though, it's not complaining about water. I must have gone over on my pipes. Just enough. Okay, so we got that. We got to find a spot for the, what is it? Ferry depot? Something like that, right? I will get some rocks and trees in there, but we got to hook it up because we're missing out on the money right now. We got to see how much money we're making. A little bit of a death wave happening there. Shipping depot. And this needs to go on a road, or is this is water placement first, of course. So, I mean, should it be on the casino island is also the ferry depot? Like they run the service, right? Wouldn't that make sense that they run the service that charges you to get to the island, that charges you to walk up to the park, that charges you to play games? It's crooked. It's so crooked. So we could do that. That's unfortunate. Okay, how do we hook this in? Regular roads. I think we go no snapping again. And freeform it. Oh, really? Fine, we'll come from this side. Come out to about there. Slope too steep. Okay. Let's landscape first, apparently. Because that is a steep slope now that I look at it. We're almost at the financial district part. Slope. So there. So that should be a manageable road, right? One you would think. Is that natural? Is that a little too curvy back and forth? I mean, it is a steep slope that's coming up. You gotta go. You can't just go straight shot. Everybody's got a. I have an Iron Man Stewart car. Totally over, I bet, all of your heads. Maybe decoy. I don't think anybody knows what that is at this point. Fun game, though, in the arcade. Overhead isometric way back in the day. Okay, I think that's decent enough. That's decent enough for what we need until we get some more trees and rocks down. I think it's good enough to get it going. So we do need to figure out garbage service over here if we're going to officially open. And in fact, we've got problems happening there. So do we Old Town Tunnel? Do we put a recycling plant like over here and tunnel over or something? Do we hide it in the woods over here? Let's see if we can do that. Because that's going to be easier. Hey, you need a road. So, it'd be awesome if we could tunnel this. That works. Okay, so let's get that over to the other island, I guess. And then we can figure out... Okay, no problem there. And then we'll come up into these beautiful, pristine woods. And tuck a recycling plant out here in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so what is this going to need, though? It's going to need power, right? Oh, that's beautiful. You can't even tell that we're piling up garbage out there. It's great. Okay, we do need electricity. What's the most low pro electricity over here, though? Can we do that? Is there something? Do we windmill it? What's a good way, aside from putting a garbage incinerator next to it? There's no, like, super subtle... How tall is that? That's the ocean thermal. That's not at all subtle. That's overkill. I mean, it's not bad, but do we mind a windmill on the side of the map? Probably not. There's windmills in the middle of fields. It's only doing 3 megawatts. Do we run... Oh, okay. Here we go. Is there an 8? Can I get an 8? We don't need an 8 for the casino, right? Or for the recycling plant. We're probably actually fine just doing that. How much electricity is that thing going to use? Not that much. If it does, then whatever. Okay, so that we're good. Now we need to officially open the line and welcome our first degenerates. I mean customers to Money Park, Money Road. Do we have a name for the casino? I have police helicopter, don't I? Get your lazy butts in the helicopter. Yeah, get over there. You don't need roads. Okay, ferry line. Hey, we're almost there. We're almost at the financial district part. Hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you. Where is ships? I can't believe that that doesn't occur to me every time. So you have to hook the roads up first. I forget about that too. Okay, and we're gonna stay on free form without any snapping for these because we should flow like water. We'll go kind of in the middle here. But not, you know, we'll still have some lanes here. If we want to move other boats around, it should be easy enough. Now, I always got confused here. Like, are you connecting from here? Can we connect from here? Does it matter? Like, they can travel from this to this, right? So this should, in theory, be enough. So we're only going to have the one hookup right now. We could do like an express metro from this station that has the 5,000 people at it, right? We could piggyback another line off of there. I don't see why we couldn't. That's another option that we have, as long as they get out in a spot where they have to walk through the park gate. That's the only important thing. We don't care about how they get here. Okay, but we have a road now. We'll probably connect another one, most likely over here at some point, maybe. And I mean, this is perfect, right? This is a mermaid tail right there. That's screaming for ocean adventures right there. So yeah, line time. So does it have to start here? Technically not, right? Okay. So we want them to come here and here and then back. Can you turn back, or do I have to turn you around? They're fine there? Okay. So 3 times speed. We could, you know what we could do if we want to make sure things don't burn down and crime doesn't happen over here, and let's face it, casinos have money. We could probably do, like, these things are great now. That's police, and that's fire. Private police and fire for the island. And I guess for the recycling plant. Right, how's this? Look, you come up here, you never even see, I mean, you see the windmill that's powering this island, but You know, that's not very invasive back there off to the side of the map. That's fine. And, you know, don't go poking around the back unless you have a fire police issue. Is there healthcare over here? Can we do that too? Is there a little intelligence agency? What is this? Fire safety. What's the smallest healthcare service we have? Do we have something? Do we drop a sauna in over here? Do we have a good spot for a sauna? Maybe we make a little private road over here that goes over to the sauna? Maybe? Maybe? Yeah. Later. Are people coming yet? People are coming. Okay, we got to welcome our first official patrons to the casino. At least the casino grand reopening 2.0. Oh, and just in case they forget, let's not forget how easy it is to have a bulldozer accident around here when it comes tax time, okay? Okay, who is our first degenerate? Let's find out. Let's find out about these people that are first visiting the casino. Highly educated adult, of course. We have the Hadron Collider. The Elm residents, unemployed and going to the casino. Good times. Oh, man. Let's find out where they live. Resides at the Elm residence. The Elm residence. Okay, they live over here by this corner of town. Interesting. Right over by, next to. Of course. I mean, I guess of course, right? They'd have to be close to get over here so early. Do we need this anymore? I don't think we need this anymore, right? We've got electricity passing over there. That passes because of the earthquake detector. We could probably clean that up a little bit, but... Okay. So that is our first... Who else is coming? Also from the Elm residence, a highly educated teenager. I hope you were at least 18 to go to the casino. Is 18 a thing? 18? Can you go to the casino at 18? I don't think in the States, right? You gotta be 21 because of all the alcohol. But a highly educated teen that's a specialist at Gold Woman Investments. So you got this one over here. Highly educated adult. Lucas, thanks for subscribing. Highly educated adult. Unemployed going to the casino. And her roommate is a teenager. Same building. Roommate's a teenager who is some kind of a specialist at Gold Woman Investments. She's a mover in the corporate ladder, and she'll be working at the financial district next Tuesday. So, in Quebec, yes. Well, yeah, of course. Everything's fine at 18 in Quebec, apparently. So there are our first two. What do you want to bet on the job on this one or not? Is this a senior? Low wealth adult who is a tourist going to the casino. Do we feel bad yet about charging them to come into our town and charging them to walk through this gate? We can't get garbage coverage here, can we? Because this road isn't connected. This road has to be connected all the way through. So we still have snapping off. That might actually have a problem with the water. So let's come out this way first before we tunnel. And then as long as we're connected into this, we're fine, right? So that should have garbage coverage now. Does that really take away from the look? Can we borrow some help? Can Mr. Mason help us here? There we go. Garbage service. Thank you. Okay, now, hey, everybody found out we're open, huh? Who's the first one leaving? Who's the first one leaving, and how broke are you? Okay, is there any more way we can charge you money on the way? That's our first unemployed going home. Let's follow the walk of shame. That's where you're going to cross? Is that really the most sensible way to get there? To walk all the way down the street? I don't understand that logic, but I also, you know, I'm not an AI that was threatening to murder and extinguish all human life. That was Audrey that was doing that. Look at that. Oh yeah, we gotta fix the height of that if we want ultra realism. That's the thing. Like, at some point, I have to suspend my disbelief on the console version. Otherwise, I would just be. Is this driving backwards? They just kind of look symmetrical. You kind of have to suspend your disbelief at some point. We don't have. If I had Move It, I would adjust that. That's not as leg-breakingly bad over here. Okay. So unemployed, first chance you got, decide to go over to the casino, waste all your money. You're heading home. Have you thought about looking for a job so that you could spend more money at the casino? What camera? What are you doing? Camera, stop. Camera. Do we know which one? Look at all the people. Notice how many cars? Okay, we can't camera. We can't do this camera. Look at all the people. Look at it's the Matrix. It is the Matrix. There's so many repeats. A lot of hearses. New dogs and cats next week. That's free. Everybody's getting those. So when we're doing this, it'll be a little less repetitive. I guess we could slow it down to one time. See how much more natural they look now? Can't you just, like, doesn't it almost feel like you're in IRL? Could have fooled me. I thought it was a movie. Hold on. I'm gonna sit. I've been standing too long. It's really nice to be able to adjust. I have everything too that comes up and down with the desk. So the speakers, the monitors, the lights, the camera, the microphone arm, it all goes with the desk, and man, it's a life changer. Because it bothers my back a lot less to be able to shift position and to be at just the right height. And, sometimes I like to stand for a while, but after standing for a long time, and I do a lot at work, it wears on you. Yeah, get a job, you bum. Hang on. Okay. Sorry, I was getting the update. My daughter is not feeling well. She had a cough. Kind of went away this morning with some meds, but it is back. It is back in full force, unfortunately. So, and it's affecting her sleep. I mean, half night she'd be up. She'd be up this time anyways. She's wild. So yeah, so different seeing all the people and not the cars. Right, this is a road that actually supports cars, and like, this is everything coming in and out of this city. This is the main exit right here. I take it back. This is the main exit, but I mean, look at that. This is doing great. standing desk is so good. I mean, honestly, I can't recommend. I love Uplift Desk. I'm a big fan. Apple and I both have one. They got a lot of options, a lot of sizes. I mean, they're not cheap by any means, but they are. I think they're absolutely worth it. Very, very customizable. Get what you want, the look that you want, the size that you want, and it's quality. So, highly recommend. Sponsorship, please. I would only ever take a sponsorship or like an ad from something that I would use myself. So Uplift, please. No better poster boy for an Uplift desk than a 40-something dad with a bad back who sits at a computer 12 hours a day at least. Anyways, we've got the casino rocking. How's our budget? 17,000 in the green on only 42,000 people. That's pretty good. Where is that all coming from? Okay. 51,000 in residential taxes, 49,000 in commercial. Citizens and tourists breakout. Office is making another 20. 6,000 on transport, which is what, trams, ferries, and metro. And then we're making 1,000 on the park right now, so good on AC, good idea. So, thank you, Jaden, appreciate that. Sometimes I go back and watch the old stuff, and like I've been learning as I go, and I care about different things in every city. I'm trying to get more aesthetic, but this one is kind of boxy and simple at the same time. It's a weird mix. We're not making anything on industries or education right now because we have the Hadron Collider and that's it. Expense wise, we're spending a lot on roads, decent amount on electricity, water. Unique buildings are not cheap, but they're bringing in some of the tourists. We could airport. I don't have an airport. A lot on healthcare. And I wonder if we couldn't decrease that budget. Spending a lot on education. What happens if you decrease? Did we decrease the budget already, actually, on education? Because I only have the Hadron Collider. What happens if we knock this down to 50%? Does it cut it to half capacity, which is, wasn't it already 1 million? Am I overspending because of that? Is Kunk still lurking? I haven't said anything in a while. So let's see. Garbage problems. Is that service coverage? Do we have this one recycling monument covering the entire city? It's only got 25 trucks in use. Like go get that. Get all the unemployed people. Hey, Audrey, you want to make some money for the casino? Come get in a garbage truck and pick up that trash. We need you. We need you. This is a mess over here. But I added this because I couldn't tunnel under the same way I wanted to get the garbage trucks into the city because of the metro. So this is a little bit of spaghetti over here. It's, oh wow, I didn't realize this comes up so abruptly at the end. That is an accident. Hold on. That's bad. Right, is it this segment altogether that is causing the problem? Because like this doesn't need to come up that high to go down. So roads, we are going to turn on snapping for this. This is the ADHD live stream. We're just looking around the city and the first thing that bothers us we're fixing. So let's take this out. Come on. I don't want to snap. I do want to look from the side though. Can I look from this side? That's actually not a bad view. That works. So I want to be a little bit below because we're still going to come up to here if we can hook it in. If we go there and then curve from that, yeah. And then this is a main way into the city. Like, I think. So right now over here, this is only traffic really coming from off map, right? That comes into the city this way. This could be people coming from other highways. So this is going to be a lot busier. So do we 2-lane this coming in? I think that we could. I saved enough space here, and you'll see what this does up here, because this is just another way we could do this. Because like, see how there's this pinch here? This might improve that a little bit. You know, everybody's got their own lane to go into, and then they can decide and make their change. We could do 2 lanes coming in if we wanted, but I don't know. Traffic's not backing up. It would make this pinch look a little less awkward, and it would be, I guess, more in tune with what the other half of the ramp is doing. This one's a jam. What is this? Timelines, Midnight Cruise. I like this one a lot. I'm a fan of some of these stations. This is downtown radio. African Vibes is pretty fun. I got to listen to all the music already. I mean, obviously you've heard the stuff that's out, but I got the 3 new DLC albums in advance, and I very much enjoyed. It's just good. It's good background music. I don't know. You can listen on Spotify too. Don't feel that I'm advocating the purchase necessarily. They still get money from listening on there. There's a reason that they post those. So check out some of the city's radios on Spotify by Paradox is the artist. Sorry, that now I totally, that was the sidetrack that that's better. Do we 2-lane coming in? Can we fit this under here? Hold on, wait a second. Does that slow things down? That slows things down. As long as we pinch them there, then they don't even take that other lane anyways. Okay, so that doesn't matter. We'll just keep that single lane on that side. That's fine. That's good enough. That's good enough for me for console. I'm okay with that. Yes. Yeah. The you can grab the files off disk if you have the DLC. I know a lot of people listen to Spotify on PC, but yeah, don't disregard the ability to listen to the very same radio stations on Spotify. This is so nice to see. Like, this is actually, if we look this way, right, like that. Okay, there we go. Perfect. This is the central intersection right here, and the central metro station, and you can see, like, this is why we don't have cars. Look at the people coming in and out of there. Oh my God. It's non-stop. Absolutely non-stop in and out. Everybody in the city that needs to get somewhere lives here. And if, you know what, if we had like one more hub over here, and we'll rethink how that network all connects when we want to connect over the financial district as well. Because I think we'll have like 2 main stations over here, because this is going to be a huge spot for work as we continue to move maybe this stuff off island, right? This is going to be, I'm thinking we're going to make this all residential with like a central park, and maybe the baseball stadium stays up here. I've never listened to I've always turned off the DJ chatter and the radio commercials. I should give it a listen at some point. I see on in Reddit comments all the time, people mention stuff like that about some of the commercials. I was a huge fan of the GTA 3, especially GTA 3 radio commercials were fantastic, and I guess they were pretty good in the whole trilogy, Vice and San Andreas, but it set the tone. A lot of stuff happening over here. So we get the baseball stadium, the tram depot, the Posh Mall, the Modern Art Museum, and Central Park all right there. but relatively short. Hadron Collider's not too tall over here. But I think we'll have skyscrapers and financial districts over there across the water. We'll get it all hooked in. How are we doing here? Park area, inspect. Visitors until next level. Entertainment until next level. Expenses is 64. Income is 1,000. Love it. What do we do for entertainment? What is it? A regular city park? I mean, I guess you don't have to use the stuff that's specific, right? Can we? Do we put a plaza up here? Do we put one of these on either side of the? I don't hate it. Could landscape a little bit better around here, I think, but bushes growing onto here are a little wild. That would not be. Is that one bush? Wow. Okay. Vegetation, small vegetation over here. So like I'm fine with it growing up this side here. I wish we could step on the other vegetation just a little bit more. This is where movement would come in extremely handy. Is that kind of sticking out the side? Yeah. I guess not. Not right now. Okay, so financial district. Let's talk about this, right? We've got kind of a beltway happening here. I'm getting to the point where I'm happy with the design of the central island for the most part. I will tear down a couple neighborhoods and rebuild little things here and there, but for the most part, this is a almost complete sketch that I keep drawing over. But we're getting pretty close there. These two are rough ideas. And I'm not crazy about them, and I want to rework them, but I think I'm going to follow the same principle in this build for each of these areas, which is get people here via metro. Huh? I think this is the only metro stop on the island right now, so they really like metro. Are they using the trams at all? Public transport, metro. Okay, yeah. They are. Not a lot. Not a lot. I don't need the big tram cars over here, that's for sure. What about this one? This is 130. What's the default tram car? 90? Do we have any that are over that? I mean, I guess I don't think it costs us any different, does it? Does anybody know if the different tram models that support different sizes matter? See, that one is full. This one has a lot of people at that one stop, so this makes sense because they're piling up there. Like, let's pick up all the people at once that want to get on the tram. We have 400 of that at first station right now, which is where it's the Midtown stop right here. So we could have increased vehicle count too, I guess, which is not. I don't know. How does everybody feel about that? Like, do I want to move more people in a tram? Or in a build like this, do we want to see more trams driving around, right? There's potential for bottlenecks and stuff, but the streets are pretty empty. So both are not terrible ways to solve it. But as you can see, there's a couple zeros out there because it's not till they get around to the other side that people actually want to get on the line there. Let's see. Always a little bit of garbage problem over here for whatever reason. It piles up a little bit. It gets a little stinky, and then they do their jobs. This one is dead. Dead. Look at that. There's not even a full car on all of those lines. So like this, I think we could back down the vehicle count, like at least to 75% is fine. That one's way, way low. So this one probably we could back down, right? If it's 90 per car, we're not even filling up a car, really. We'll go to 75. We'll come back and check it later. But this one has a high capacity, and this one... Actually, that has a 130. I like the looks different, and this has a 140. And this one may need both. It may need the high capacity cars and more vehicles, but then again, like look at where people are, right? They're using it on the first 2 stops. Basically, let's watch this for a second. So we've got everybody piling up at stop A. Financial district's coming soon, by the way. Hold on. We're gonna get set up for that tonight. I keep saying it. It might actually happen. I'll remember. So yeah, where is this station? This one right here. Oh wow, yeah. So where does everybody want to go here? That's what we got to figure out, right? Are they all getting off at the first stop? Like, so there's 140 people on the tram, that first tram. Right, that's this station. It's on its way to the next station. And are they all going to get off? Are they all getting off at this metro? That's what they're doing. They're taking the tram to the metro. So I got to be better about this. This is all they care about. All those other stops are wasted. Because, like, look, we dump 2/3 of our passengers right there. Just there. So, like, why not have a tram line that just circles back and forth? Because that's all the people want to ride anyways. It's okay. Let's do that. Rather than add a ton of stuff, we'll just add one extra line that's carrying people to and from there. Which is going to make the metro crazy busy. That's fine. Transport. Which one are the trams? This one? And a tram line. So let's do a tram line that goes... Can I... Press A to drag line. No, I want to... Okay, create a new line that goes up here. And then... How far around does it have to go to do that, actually? Is there a better way to do that? Do we just come around this block? So... Okay, we want to delete that line. Hold on. Get out of here. No, not that one. That one. I see the screen that you see when I'm playing this way, so I have to get my camera out of the way. Okay, that's the one. This is the one that's broken. This is the one that's broken. Delete that. Just want to make sure I'm deleting the right one. So if we come around this block instead, this is what we want to do. Is we want to get a line right here that comes down to this stop and then comes back right here. That's fine. Let's see how many people shift over here. None of those people that are waiting there currently should decide to move. But I'm hoping that maybe all the people that live over on this side will gravitate towards that. I mean, maybe we encourage it by getting a pedestrian path up through the middle here. But hopefully some people line up for that. If they don't, then we'll just increase the budget on the other one. Did I somehow not... Did I somehow break that line? Back to here? Yeah, what did I do? Did I delete a line that I had? So I have the tram line that goes down to the park. I should have a tram line on this side, a tram line on here. There should be one basically in each quadrant. There's not much coverage over here on the coast for these offices, but that's where this metro comes into play. I bet there's a fair amount that come in and out of this metro to service this block instead of... Well, actually, no. Okay, there's good coverage everywhere. We're doing okay. Anybody taking this new line? Keep going to the wrong one. So what's our new line? Our new line is the purple line that just goes there, comes back around. Nobody yet? Come on. Why? I guess it's not... Is the weight not as bad now on the other line? Is it the orange one? Where are all these... Did this settle down? Did I delete the wrong line? We're getting people here. It's fine. I don't care how. We got more trams, more colors of trams bopping around. That is perfect. We'll take it. You think, okay, that's actually a good idea, AC. That's not bad. Center Metro, one of the other lines from the center town. Yeah, I don't know what I have hooked up actually over here. I mean, you can see like it kind of does everything stop near here? I should have some of these stops like right here on the corner. So where does this line complete? Like right up there. So can I... Okay, so drag a stop to move it. Can I not... Did I just break that? What does this one just go around this outer? So let me just recreate this and fix it. Do I have to go to a stop? Delete line. Okay. We'll start over here. So this is the southeastern one. So how close can we get? Where does this one stop? This one stops like right across the street over here. So this one can stop maybe here. And middle of this block. Middle over here. Next to that, before coming down to this, this is a good little spot for pedestrians to get off and get access to a ton of this side. Why did I do that? And then... drag a stop to move it. Okay, now we can add a stop. Okay, we didn't totally break it. What is this? A city with a massive transport hub in the middle. All transport lines meet in the middle and then go to different areas. We could, yeah, like to like giant pedestrian-focused central hub. Trams to move people around to the different rail stations or metro or monorail yards. I paused for a minute because I'm trying. Hello, Aristicsky. That's tough. That's tough. Is it me that thinks that's tough incorrectly? It is tough. Welcome to Greenwood Live, where I said in the description we're going to be working on this the groundwork for financial districts, but we're getting there. There's been a lot of distractions along the way. We got the Casino Island working though in the meantime. Casino, if Casino's still in the chat, I'm up for casino names. It's only fair. You're named after the very thing we beat up on in the build, so. Or I shouldn't say that. It's just a light extortion with a bulldozer. So these metros are really heavily hit because there's, I think, did I show over here already? I don't think there's a lot over here. There's one in the Whale. There's one over here in this office district. So this actually doesn't have tram lines yet over here, but this is actually still doing good. We're not doing traffic too bad over here. Casino, you got a name for the casino? Greenwood, City of the Future. There's some New York references for the districts over here. Even though I got the east and west orientation wrong, I'll rename those. We've got Money Road leading up to. let me see here. Hold on a second. I think I can work with that. What are, let's, hold on. What are synonyms for worthless? Mediocre, unproductive, unprofitable, abject, despicable. These are getting looser. I'm just looking at the thesaurus right now. Trashy, unavailing, wretched. I mean, it's not bad for the kind of vibe that we're going for over here, charging people the second they get off the island. Death at the casino. Do we not have? We don't have coverage over here, do we? Now we do. Problem will get sorted. Okay, hey, I love this idea too, right? Like, I always love to remind console players they can do this. So let's say we want cars only parking up here, like right at the main, right? Where probably they would be parking. Let's break this road temporarily, and we're gonna use grass line streets, which remove the parking lane. Maybe right up to the edge of the zoning there, right? And then connect this with a regular road, and then we get a little. That is not a regular road. We do a regular road, and then we get a little valet area here where pocket cars will park. But also, look, now because they can't get near the entrance, they actually use the freaking parking lot. Thank you, people. So at that point, right, we could also decorate around here a little bit and discourage cars from parking out here at all. But I'm not going to do the tree line up here because I think it's already a little busy over here. What is this? What is this problem? What did I do? Did I break the park area? Or is it somehow like outside the park area now? Because of what I did there. Really? How much did we nudge that? What happened there? The road moved it ever so slightly. The gate snapped just a little bit differently. I like that. Do we rename? So what do we have? We have Money Road. Do we name? Is this a pedestrian area? Is that what this is? Can I click on that, please? Pedestrian area requires a service point. So do we don't need a pedestrian area up here, right? So this should be a district. Oh, I undid the park, though. That's a shame that does that. So, back to parks. Let's fix this. Daniel Nelson, welcome. If you're here live, appreciate you. And the way I say that, it's not like I don't appreciate if you're watching a video back. And subscribing for that as well. You're appreciated. I just pointed at the camera that's off. You're appreciated. You're all appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay, where were we? I like the Wicked House of Gambling, especially since we're going to build a Boston-themed financial district. Speaking of districts, okay. Can we get on the road here? Can we snap to the road? Can we at least have a little bit of? Because that should center it right on the. Yeah. Times that I wish I had a keyboard and mouse also plugged into my console. I did not know. Not Kate. No, there. Okay, Kate. House. Gotta. Yeah. Okay. Of gambling. I like it. Gambles. Yeah, is it? Am I spelling this wrong? Gambling. Why do I feel like that's wrong? Because it wouldn't autocorrect it for me. Does it just not want me talking about gambling on Xbox? It's not going to autocomplete that word. Gambling. Gerund or present participle of gamble. Okay. Oh! I hit the back button. What the actual? Okay. We got this. Thank you for tuning in for mouse type stuff on a controller. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, update. There's going to be a couch sleepover, Baby Mouse and Apple. So, many not YouTube friendly. Yeah, I Wicked House of Gambling. I think that works. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat now. Want to laugh? I feel your pain. Better than Bulldoze. Rename Street in Front. Okay, we got the whole combo happening here. I like it. Is this street gonna all rename, or is it different because? Here, I'll move my controller away from the microphone to type this one. Lost. Wages Way. I like it. I don't know if anybody watched Frisky Dingo, but was it Frisky Dingo that kept coming up the Lost Wages? It was the guy with the crab hands, right? If you haven't seen Frisky Dingo, I highly recommend it. Okay, that's fine. Nobody's parking back here unless it's at the... No, okay, nobody's parking there. Perfect. And nobody's parking near the casino except for near the valet or in the parking lot. They take Lost Wages Way to get here. If they happen to be... How do the people that work here get here? Do they have to walk through the park? They have to take the ferry to walk through the park to pay the park to take the road over here. Pocket car to road over here. That's a journey. Oh, no, I guess they could pocket car and come that way. Never mind. Maybe we should have another park over here. Another park gate. To prevent that. Good enough. 16,000 in the green. Look at the industrial demand, which will be met by office over here. Is it time? I think it's time. So, okay, I came over here a couple times. We've got this beltway. I've definitely, deja vu, we've talked about the beltway. I started talking about the beltway. Where can we see most of it? Did we see it in the, in this view? Yeah. So basically, main build right in the central tile. Almost actually takes up the majority of that tile. And then I've got primarily commercial, and then the top right zone up here is office. But it's all inside that highway. And that highway, unfortunately, because of 9 tiles, we don't have a lot of good access to. I would love to fix that. That's very steep. We can fix this one over here, but we'll be unable to fix that one. So I want to maintain distance from that. So I think the only way to come in to the highway is going to be off of here. So there's decent access from the city itself. And I've done a couple different things here. These are my trumpets. This one is, again, particularly chaotic. This is a tough one because there's a lot of stuff happening here. Height changes, coming across the water, connecting all these lanes. It's okay. It's okay. This one's totally underground. This is a slop fest underground, right? But look, you've got cars getting on and off. And then that underneath the ground, it's bad. It's really bad. But it does the trick. It's getting people on and off the highway, and I wanted to move it away from this interchange. This interchange is built into the map. And this is actually very cool. I really like this approach. It's 3-lane, right? 3-lane to 3-lane. It's simple. And it kind of snakes through, and I try to replicate that a little bit over here. Over here, right? So this is my version of that. Connecting this highway up, because this highway comes in to the city from there and gets us connected around here. It's not terrible, right? It needs some trees and rocks and decoration, but this one's pretty good. That's been the point tonight. Casino is setting up a financial district. We'll get there. We are. But this beltway, right? So I want to like think this through on how we come into it. We'll have ferry service to Casino Island. We'll have metro, and maybe we do monorail. Maybe we do something different. Maybe we just do cars in the financial district. I don't know. But the highway is going to come in from here, and I might mess around with this some more. It's not perfect, and it's a little chonky right here at the actual intersection. Whether or not I redo this, this is, I think it's good enough for me. It's pretty parallel. It's pretty decent. It comes all the way into here, and then what do we do? So let's scope some stuff out. Let's think of what we want to do. I think we want to have a highway exit that comes out, somewhere over here at this end of town. And then we're thinking Big Dig. We're getting inspired by Boston. Not that it's a good way to design around traffic, but for these, secondary areas on the side of the map, it could be okay. But this will basically be our first exit. We're going to then come underneath. So the highway to support the rest of this area is actually going to tunnel under the financial district, which is what happens in actual Boston. And again, I mentioned it earlier. If you don't know Big Dig, read about it on Wikipedia after, or if you've got another tab, like you're on PC, go for it. Big Dig Boston. What a mess. And then guaranteed there's some really cool documentaries. Check out on YouTube. It's a nightmare. So we're going to come out. I wouldn't mind leaving this natural formation. I always like to work around stuff like that, even though I've already flattened. I've flattened basically what's inside the trees, I think, if I recall. We'll have a central exit there. Why didn't I just go to the terrain height? It's so much more obvious on that, right? Where is that? Is that right back? It's behind this. Every time I put my camera back up, yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Look. Yeah, so yeah, terrain height changes there, but this is flat, basically. This area that we're working with. Perfect for big city building and skyscrapers. And we're going to tunnel under it and come back up in a couple spots. So that's number 2. Technically, that's I don't know. Do we tunnel earlier and come up here as well? Maybe. That's still an option. And then we'll have an exit down here. Now, this is tram road right now, but if it's... what is financial district? Financial district is commercial. We could mix and match maybe some of the nightlife, some leisure, a little leisure district over by the, over here. Maybe there's a pedestrian path that goes over to the casino. Maybe, I don't know. Is that too far? We could also pinch this a little bit, right? This doesn't have to remain this wide. Can I say how much I love the ability to buy and sell soil? Because I like to play without cheats. But this gives us that ability to kind of have unlimited soil once you get to a certain money. Cable cars and blimps. That's right. Helicopters, too, don't forget, are a way to potentially move people around. I think monorail might be really fun. So, okay, so do we have like a really straight shot? Are we staying... I don't want to stay boring like that. So, do I kind of paint around a loose idea of what the Boston... looks like based on the outer line of the trees? So if that hooks in that way, we want to potentially hook in the trains as well. We can always plant more trees after the fact, but let's delete this. Let's delete the road through here and get a little bit more freeformed with it. This was here to basically line up. That was a nice centered road, but we don't necessarily need that. Not to do what we're gonna do here. So let's see. So we'll kind of use Congress Street as a border. So I'm looking at a Google map of the financial district in Boston. East Bay, Boston City Hall, Faneuil Hall is over there. Aquarium, some of the best seafood. Let me see. Okay. So let's do kind of a let me see. How do we come in here? We're coming in this way. And then maybe off this way. And then 165 is a good number. Can we 165 it? I don't know why. I don't know why I want to see what 165 looks like. Let's see. So coming down here, just using these regular roads to kind of feel this out. Okay, and then there's a bend. And then this can split off. So technically this would, if we were to do something like that, come out down to here. And whatever it will let us do with a straight shot road is most important. So maybe out 15 in the snap point, like that, and then 165 again, or 135 rather, sorry. That should keep things even. You know, so we could have some stuff like that, and then build off, you know, blocks this way and this way. Kind of build off of that, and then on the edges, I'm gonna get a giant freeform road and follow these trees. It's actually not too bad, that angle. Take out a couple trees to do that, but that uses the space well. And then we can just get a little crazy about, you know, we'll have some grids, right? But those grids have to kind of grow over time. So like all the things that are built off of this street, you know, start becoming this angle all of a sudden over here. And that's very Boston. Like we want to maximize the space as best as we can in an area, and then build a loosely connected area next to it where we're also trying to use the space, but nobody building over here talks to the people that were building the streets over there. That's how you build Boston streets. Is build two different grids at weird angles that aren't really connected, and then just repeat that pattern everywhere. What's going on over here? Wall-to-wall buildings. I gotta say, like, when this came out and I read the description of these, I was like, oh man, I love this. This is really cool. What's this little note about, oh, they don't catch fire as often, but they spread faster? And I was just like, man, do I even want to bother with these? I have bad luck. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so financial district. We got an idea what we want to do there. AC, good night. Sorry, I didn't have the chat up. I'm the worst. Hope you're still there. Good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. And thanks for the idea on Money Road. We're filling our pockets on people's gambling addictions. Okay. So, you know what I mean? We could do something like that. And then let's do this road on the other side, but let's also figure out where we want to hook the train line. And I like to leave this. You know what I would do? What I would do if I was on PC and this idea just occurred to me is I would build, like, move it a nightclub just inside the interior of this building. And have all the people congregating out front. And the sound, like, perfect. Drag, you know what I mean, like the built-in 5 a.m. asset in the, is it the leisure district? Just drag a couple of those in with Move It, just on the edge, so that like you can kind of see the lights popping in. Maybe even like partially built out of the old abandoned building. It would be kind of cool. So train yard. Where do we want to have? And this train, right? This is the other idea. I talked about the Beltway, but We could have a train station on each one of these too. Train's a good way for moving people around fast. So we could hook in over here and you know, stop somewhere over this way, over here. I don't know if we bring it onto this center island. We could. We'd have to elevate to get over here. Like, we could kind of build it in if we saved a little bit of room. Maybe this is still like a unique building and service area side, but we're starting to run out of room over here. And as we fill up a ton more jobs over here when the financial district comes out, I think we're going to need more residents. Okay, so, but we will hook in a train line. So where is a good spot? Like, we don't want to go too far down, because maybe we do find a way to make the nightclub life work over there. And we don't want to go like in the middle of this juncture, and this doesn't give us enough space over here. So we've got to basically get our train station right in over this way. And train station needs to hook into the road, not the train. So let's do this. We'll come out 10, 11, 12. And just to see how straight this is, we'll come out 10, 11, 12 again over here at a... Oh, that was not a 90-degree angle. What is that snapping to? That's snapping to something else. So, not road guideline. No, we do want road guidelines. Can I mean, I guess that's good. That's good enough. Snapping. Road guidelines. Grids on. That's on. Okay. We'll come off of here. We'll see. Like, I think that's good enough. We nudge that node over just a little bit when we do that, and that works out. That should give us space for a station, I think. And enough room to double a track off of there. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. So, trains for people. Normally referred to as just trains, but trains for people here. Yeah, so now we can have a little bypass, right? You don't want to put this right on your... I mean, you can. Go for it. Test your luck. I don't generally put it on your... right on your train tracks. Do we want to kind of try and... bend off like that, maybe? No. Not like that. Not like that, Nick. So let's come out to there. That's good enough. I'm okay with that. So it's train line heading out that way, and then the train line heading out this way. Bring it out to there, and then is that going to give us a nice... That's good enough. We don't need to build way up on the edge of that map. We do need to fill in the road on the side, and then we'll get some basic utilities hooked up, fill out a little bit more of our grid, and I think we're going to have a decent start. I will probably figure out the metro and stuff offline. Okay, let's see. And then do we stay clear? We probably stay clear of this. We'll have some old footpaths and maybe a park over here. You know, Financial District is not that far from Boston Common, so maybe we could use this as an old... Make a nature reserve kind of park over here, maybe? Footpaths? I don't know. We'll come up with something. Something over there. Let's do our bounding boxes, our frame here. So coming into the highway, do something a little crazy over here, jumping into these main avenues. So like, where would this kind of split? If we were going to have something, you know, maybe it would go off this direction. Again, thinking like Boston. Nothing should be too coordinated from one another. Maybe we have a roundabout here since we've got those two streets coming together. But that's actually not that uncommon in Boston. So is that going to curve it? It is. Is there any way it gives me a straight shot? Let's see. Can we get an intersection point with both of these? That's Boston right there. That's Boston. That's a Boston intersection for the financial district. Okay. Game won't even let us do that kind of Boston. That's okay. We should rethink this little connection right here, because this road's going to be more important. This is going to be feeding more traffic up this way. So that's really where we would be lining up. Right there. And we might rethink some of that, so we'll see. So where to this? Now this would kind of come in like so before hooking that way. And then that would connect over this way. This is how you do Boston. And if you think I'm lying, honestly, Google Financial District Boston. I think this is a remarkable representation. Let's see. Do we do something like this? So we got like a skyscraper in here, right? Uniques, skyscrapers. We could turn this like into a little plaza or something. This may not be a bad spot. We'll find some spots. We'll build the road framework out some more. But yeah, this'll definitely work. Yeah, this is Boston, Worcester, doesn't matter. Like, by the way, I'd be really interested to know. You say Worcester in the chat, and I think of this every time I start thinking about people from other parts of the country. And there's a YouTube video about like how people outside of New England, people outside of Massachusetts say Massachusetts Downs. And there's some doozies. Scituate? If you haven't seen Scituate before, it does not look like a word. That looks like somebody hit the keyboard, like a cat walked on the keyboard. Okay, so you guys see what I'm going here for, right? Though it's like it's crazy lines. They're considered kind of thinking about the street it's connected to on one side, but no real consideration for the next. And we'll kind of frame things out like that. But we do have to think about like how do we get into these main avenues? How do we then like have an underground highway exit that comes out, you know, somewhere over here? And honestly, it probably wouldn't be central. It would be like these would be the roads that were built up, and then like, you know, the highway exit. You know, going north is maybe like a tunnel over here. So that'd be a one-way like tunnel coming out to hit the beltway over that way, or just to exit, or coming out, right, and coming back under. And then I guess, you know what, actually, before we do that, let's come up from here. So I mean, this doesn't really, it doesn't especially matter the direction yet because we're not doing one ways. But that kind of makes sense that would be a highway exit. In fact, very Boston, right? Like it would be something like this. It would be a highway exit to a three-way intersection with a traffic light. And those would both be, these would be all four-lane. Can I not upgrade that because of, can I upgrade it now? Cannot upgrade to this type. Why not? Is it? Why can I not upgrade that road? So if I go now to this, can I upgrade that road? Can I upgrade this road now? Okay. I'm telling you, I've run into more glitches post plazas and promenades than I did in my all city playing days. And then what if we came up right from there? Okay. So what if we came up to the highway from there? Will it let us do that? So straight tool. Angle doesn't matter as much. Like it really can come off any direction. Best if it actually works with this terrain. That would be perfect. So if we go any further, does that move it? Do we want to do that? Like it would kind of be in line over here, but it would still be like a straight shot. Like that. Right, and that has traffic lights. Perfect. So yeah. Again, very Boston in the North End and Financial District. Highway 93 under the city, tunnel, exit, sharp corner in the tunnel to a traffic light at the top of a blind hill with 18 streets meeting it. This is what we're going for. So just again, basically framing out a couple ideas here. So highway will come. Main avenues, another highway exit to disperse the traffic a little bit, and then do we also do one like over here, way up here, or do we can probably get away with just this one other highway exit? I don't think this area is going to be that big. We're going to try and make it a little bit. What's going on with the garbage? Did I do something wrong with the garbage? Like, why are none of these getting... I feel like these are consistently a problem. Do we need more garbage service in this particular area, maybe? We might. This is, I think that's the big one, the big district. So right now, there's definitely that is the most demand because these two are smaller and this one is not filled out entirely yet. When we get more residential demand, I'm going to move some of them in on the streets. But I thought for a time when I had traffic not dialed in so well. What? Did you see all those pocket cars just come out? That was crazy. That was crazy how many cars just appeared in that intersection. I was just saying, like, oh, there's not too many cars around here. And then the Sims were like, oh, here you go. There they are again. They pull out quite a few pocket cars. But like, so let's look at traffic and noise real quick, because that is kind of important. Electricity budget, we're good. Water, we're good. Fire safety, we're not so good. That's smart. Okay. Police coverage is okay. I've needed to do this for a while, so healthcare, we're good. 0 sick citizens, always love that. Death care, we're doing okay. We're getting by with 2 crematoriums there, 1 up there, none over there. These are, I mean, people don't live here, they work here. People tend to die at home or the casino, which has coverage of its own, and then we'll get something going over here. So we're doing okay there. Childcare, we're covering pretty well, and elder care as well. They're very central to this, and a lot of people are getting some boost from that, which is nice. They're pretty decent. Maybe we do one like central here. Do we get like 3 pairs going just to like, and maybe we spread them out like, I don't know. We'll come up with something. Probably 4, right? Like 1 here, here, and here. Each quadrant basically. Once we're finished making this a purely residential island, space them out a little bit better, just to like really maximize the people, more taxes, more casino visitors, more people paying at the park. It's a knock-on effect. And we're going to play the stock market on them too. 215 eligible. Who's not educated? 0.2% uneducated. A third of our population is basically age determinant. 34, 32, 32. So high school, we're doing good. University. Why does university? Because there's a campus area, so it shows you the areas by default. And then one public library, but does technically the Hadron Collider covers two? So does this actually not really matter then, right? This is providing an education boost. This is honestly just aesthetic down here on the main, which I don't know. It's more functional than it is aesthetic down here. Maybe we get rid of that. Wrong. Back to here. 17% unemployment. Look at the commercial and industrial demand, which we met with office. We're gonna fill this out over here on Tuesday. The financial districts. Residential happiness. I'm never good at commercial happiness. I gotta decorate more and service more in those areas. Look at the land value though. That is Eden Project. Basically anywhere you own is max land value, which is fantastic. Game-breakingly fantastic. Unique buildings. We've got one, obviously the casino, but everything else is a couple parks here in the center for the people. And then a couple uniques up here. We already talked about this, but this is the Modern Art, Posh Mall, Central Park, and the Official Park. Official Park. Thought that kind of worked. Kind of worked over here. I had this as in a much larger pedestrian-focused area over here, but I think this might stay. But we're focusing more on residents now. Moving stuff around. Parks and plazas. So we get those plaza buildings, and technically this counts. But that's definitely something that we're lacking. I mean, maybe that is, you know, what we do some of these caps with. We could even, in theory, make this a park, right? You know, and put stuff in it. Like actual little parks and plazas objects, like the Park Life DLC specifically, right? We could fill in some of that space with that. That might be a nice way to have some sun coming through and not be, you know, because it's this, if not, it's wall-to-wall people and Green Cities buildings that are very tall and block a lot of sun. So it might be good to kind of, you know, spread stuff out a little bit, give it some room to breathe. But we also, you know, when we move a ton of financial in over here, we might need more people to move in, and we'll have to, again, just move some of this stuff around. It's a process when you're not cheating or modding. Let's see. So areas, it's going to show us everything. This is not defined as an area. I mean, it's okay. We're doing all right budget-wise. I certainly could make that all pedestrian. But it looks like we do have some car traffic through there. Those are still regular car roads, but not a lot of demand. I wonder how much more traffic we could alleviate coming in and out of the city just by getting rid of that too. Because everything's pedestrian focused except for like the very central arteries here. Wait a minute. I didn't redo this in pedestrian area yet? Oh man, okay. It is a pedestrian area, but it's not pedestrian area roads, so we will fix that up. But also, look, nobody's using cars on any of those. Oh, that's because I'm zoomed out too far for them to be animated in. I take it back. Good levels. Imports, exports, right? The commercial buildings are importing a lot of stuff. We have no exports right now. We have no industry. Nobody's making anything. I would argue that software being made and work done at those offices is a product, but probably don't count digital exports. Traffic flow is good. We're doing all right. Like you can see the trouble spots are the major highway intersections, but there's no backup. It's not slowing things down. It's just there's a lot of pedestrians and a lot of trams and a lot of things turning in and out in pretty close range here. But you can see we're moving things really well. Where does it get busy? You know, the central artery that comes in here. This one's doing great. And how's our casino doing? How's the Wicked House of Gambling? Decent amount of foot traffic. People coming in there. No dead bodies. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Let's get it on day-night cycle. We'll see it one more time at night. And I think we've got kind of an idea of where we're going from here. You know, we'll figure out some more of these. So, okay, let's get back up top. So, how do we do this? I think we... Let's go to there, and then we can connect some of these through. This should move a node if we do it that close. And then to use up some of that space in the middle, we can come sideways like that. That's super close, but that shouldn't be seeing a lot of through traffic. That's not delivering people anywhere except to like the building on that corner. So it's not, you know, it's not the prettiest, but it works. And do we connect that straight up? And then connect this straight through, but stop it here to connect it down there. Yeah. I think that works. And then we really focus on, you know, making the traffic flow down, in this case, what will be the 4-lane. Right, this is going to carry a lot of traffic that way to branch off, traffic this way to branch off, and then we'll have another highway entrance next. We'll figure out the entrance part. This could get really sloppy up here. This is going to be a test for the traffic in this city. How we get in and out the center of this zone, but we're going to do it from a tunnel, that's for sure. Train station. Do we get this going? Do we do the basic pipe? What did I have over here? What is this? What is this? Okay. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but this is going. Okay, so let's shoot up the main avenue. Bro, just work with those bends. Was that where I was on that angle? That's good enough. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll start moving in. We'll start moving in on this, and then fill it as we go. Like it's gonna be a little wild over here, right? Oh wow, the sun already set. It's tough to tell in that view. It's gonna be a little wild over here, but we'll build on it as we go. And I want to really drop in. I mean, we're going to have new districts, right? We're going to have the financial district that has custom buildings of its own. We can drop in some of the skyscrapers. In fact, there's one that looks remarkably similar. Where is it? That one's not bad. You know what I might be thinking of? I was going to say there's a building that looks exactly like the Prudential Tower in Boston. But I'm pretty sure that's in the financial districts DLC. So you may not have seen that yet. That's not a problem with NDAs. there's some financial district buildings, and sure enough, like there's definitely some Boston inspiration there. Those have to be Boston inspired. Okay, hey, cinematic camera. We'll keep filling out that financial district. We kind of started on what I said we were going to do, but that is starting to lay the groundwork for the financial area, and that'll just be a fun way to break this up. I'm going to keep tearing down little bits of this, and I think moving residents into the central island, continuing to expand metro coverage in a spoken hub fashion, trying to reduce traffic as much as possible, but maybe we let it get a little crazy on the we got a game happening. Maybe we get a little crazy on Oh yeah, look at this. Look at the people coming in for the game. So, yeah, so maybe we get some of that going. We let the traffic get a little crazy over there at first. We can always dial it back, right? I know how to do that apparently. As you can see, the barren streets of Greenwood. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in. All of those that are here live, those of you that are watching back, sat through all this nonsense, appreciate you too. And even if you only stay tuned for a couple minutes and you're not here now, I still appreciate you. That highway is backwards. Where is that? Oh man. Okay. Things that we need to fix later. I gotta remember that one. Thank you so much for the support. Likes, subscribe if you haven't. Check back for more. There'll be more Greenwood videos, but I think the next thing's gonna be, I mean, there might be a live stream this weekend, but definitely the next cities for sure, for 100%, is gonna be next Tuesday when the DLCs hit. So I don't know the time exactly. I don't think that has been announced. Historically, it's been kind of middle of the day, at least middle of the day Eastern time, I should say. But I don't know. It's scheduled for Tuesday, and it's the Financial Districts DLC. So new buildings that we can zone, growables. There's the Financial District Stock Exchange. It's a building that will upgrade, and it's ginormous. And we'll be able to manipulate the city and the funds and the traffic and all sorts of ways that we can buy and sell stocks and make some money for our expensive remodels that we'll be doing. There's that. There is the radio station. There's all kinds of cool stuff with the free update. There's a map pack. There's lots of stuff. So come back Tuesday if you want to check all that out, right? And I'll take you on a tour of it all. We'll drop in some stuff here at Financial District wise. We'll take a tour of the new cats and dogs walking around the map. We'll get down there on foot and see what the new Sims look like. It should look a little less repetitive, but we shall see. And of course, LUTs. We're gonna be able to make our cities look a little different, and I'm really excited to see that. Like some warmer light tones and different colors when we're flying around at night, especially. It could look really nice. So I hope you're all enjoying Greenwood and the long rambly outros as usual. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. We will see you on the next one. Until then, Move the Mouse signing off. Where's over here? This one? This button?
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.